So I work in the insurance industry where I have worked for approximately 10 years, give or take a little bit. And it won't happen to me, it couldn't happen to me, I'm healthy, I never go to the doctor kind of attitude comes out in a lot of people. People who think they're healthy, they think they're never going to get sick, they're never going to fall and break their arm and not be able to do their job. Happens. And then the what ifs come into reality. And then it's, why didn't I do this? Why hadn't I purchased this? Why didn't I protect my family? And I shouldn't have worried about the premium. That all happens in their thought process when something actually kicks in and they're down and out and they can't work. So today, I'd like to talk to you about the advantages of short-term disability and why it is so important to have during your adult or working years. No matter how healthy or how sickly you are, it's very important to have. So to go over the main three topics we're going to talk about, one, we're going to talk about the benefits of protecting your family with short-term disability, the reasons why, such as family and assets. We're going to talk about the downfalls of short-term disability, such as premiums and certain protections, the payouts, things like that. And then we're also going to talk about the benefits in the events that it does happen. So we all have family we need to support, or a lifestyle we like to maintain. That car in the driveway that we always want, or those vacations to, well, I don't know about you, but I can't go to the Bahamas. So what would happen in the event you do get sick? Say your appendix bursts. Say, as for instance, my husband, who's a welder, he falls and breaks his arm. He can't weld, and we can't do without his paycheck. So protecting your family and that paycheck is what I call protecting the paycheck. So in the event that something does happen, pregnancy, a back injury, digestive problems, any injuries or any sicknesses, what's going to happen to your family? What about the stresses, the burdens? Who's going to pay your mortgage? Who's going to pay your car? Who's going to pay for the kids' school and their tuition? That kind of thing needs to come up. And how would you cover that? I don't know about you, but I don't exactly have 3 months of salary sitting in my savings account because things are already pretty tight. So then the importance, and who can become disabled? According to Who Needs Short-Term Disability on the financial web, it states 3 out of 10 people in the workforce may become disabled before reaching retirement. 1 out of 7 of those people may be disabled for up to 5 years or more at a time. So that's something to take into complete consideration. So it may not just be a year, it could be 5. So now we're going to talk about something, let's talk about the reasons why we should or we wouldn't choose short-term disability, such as the premium. According to Weighing the Odds of Disability for Insurance Purposes by Paul Sullivan, he states premium is usually expected at 1% of someone's salary on a group rate. So that's like if you work for a company and they offer a disability plan. Or 3.5% of that salary if it's an individual plan. So the premium is kind of high, but if you outweigh it, it's usually on a group plan. Say I get a group discount because I work for a company that does provide it. So it would be 1% of my salary. And so it's actually pretty cheap, $2 per thousand that I pay out every month. So that's pretty nice. However, say for instance, my husband, who is the welder, does not get that discount, and it's not offered. So you'd have to go for an independent plan like Colonial or Aflac or Mutual of Omaha, and you'd end up paying that 3.5% of your salary. So it can increase. There are also things that are exclusions that you do need to pay attention to. Things like, is it going to pay own occupation? Is it going to pay up to 65? What kind of sicknesses or illnesses? There can be riders in there that are going to exclude a pregnancy. So things like that you would just normally need to pay attention to, and sometimes you wouldn't. The payout you need to make a note on, is it going to be enough to cover your bills? So always make sure you have that plan done and taken care of that does exceed the limit that you need. Then there are great benefits of having short-term disability, obviously. It puts you at peace of mind, and you know that at the very least your main bills are covered, your mortgage, your car, school tuition, food on your table. So, and then that what if kind of goes away. You do have paycheck insurance at that time, and according to the Disability Insurance Mutual of Omaha Insurance Company, they state you have resources that could cover your living expenses for the first few months of a disability. That's short-term disability, and then you would normally have long-term disability kick in. You can get the owner occupation. You can also option in for a partial plan or an accident-only plan, survivor benefits, things like that that you can add in so you can make it cost-friendly to yourself and make sure that your family is covered. So in my opinion, the benefits of having short-term disability outweigh the issues with paying the premium in the long run. If you inform yourself of the policy and what that covers, then you will know what exclusions are there, what it will pay for, and you can choose the coverage that fits best. You won't have to worry about things like the what ifs, or if you have coverage, you know that the things that you love are cared for and maintained and care of. An accident can happen at any time, whether you prepare for it or not.